What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of C-Rod's Tell Me a Story podcast. I'm your host, C-Rod. Let me tell you a story. Today's story starts out in a place known for being more than just a mile high, a place in the mountains, Denver, Colorado, Montebello to be exact. In this rough neighborhood, there was a kid born to a preacher man and a mother so strict that you couldn't even touch the walls in her house. Well, through all of this kid remained strong in school and kept a very high grade point average. He was an all-American kid and a star athlete, but on the streets, he was a terror. But the neighborhood thugs were able to keep him out of trouble enough to where he made his way into college. After college, he traveled the country for 7 years playing arena football. And then after that, well, let me leave you with his favorite reel to show you what he's doing now.
I do it over and over again. That's my life, over and 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 over.
All right, back at you with another episode of C-Rod's Tell Me a Story podcast. I'm your host, C-Rod, and I'm with you with my guest today, Bruce Wayans, heavyweight champion.
Yes,
How's
sir.
it going, brother?
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. Yes. Final boss.
Final boss.
Bruce Wayans.
Now, let me rephrase that. The final boss.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Bruce
That's a proper
Wayans.
intro. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's what I like to hear, brother. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. No, yeah. ORW, heavyweight champion, Colorado Springs Wrestling, Rocky Mountain Pro, tag team champion, one half, a Chopper City.
Yeah.
You know, I know you've been watching me chop
I've been
people. Bro, I've
Chop.
been chopping, bro. Once I start chopping, that's it. Yeah, and, professional wrestler extraordinaire. It says right there on my business card, I beat up people for money.
Yep.
Business is a booming.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So I met Bruce here through a friend of mine, and he told me that he had a crazy story. He needed to come onto the podcast, and so he sent me a couple messages. We linked up, and we got it together, and now he's here. So now we're going to, you know how we do here at the podcast, we listen to people's stories. It's real people, real stories. It doesn't matter who you are. From the richest to the poorest to the whoever it is who has a real story, a real struggle, whatever it is, we're here to listen. So to get that started, why not just jump right into it? Tell me where you're from, my brother.
Oh, man, I'm from Denver, Colorado, man. Montebello. Went to Montebello High School graduate. Just bought a house in Montebello last August, so I just moved back to the neighborhood. And, I'm from the 5280, man.
Yeah.
You know?
So do you have brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have two older brothers, Marcus and Andre. They are born and raised in Kansas City. They still live in Kansas City. They're Kansas City Chiefs fans, so we don't get along this time of year. And I have four cousins. There's five of us total. So I have four cousins, and my cousins are also like my brothers and sisters. I have Jamel, Holly, Stevie, and David. And my cousin David is German. He lives in a town called Bad Kreuznach in Germany. He's born and raised. You kind of look like him. I can't wait to show him this podcast, because now I just looked at you again and I'm like, you know what, C-Rod kind of look like my cousin a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, and those are all of my siblings. And then my brothers, my brothers that aren't blood brothers are all of my football teammates and basketball teammates and baseball teammates and anybody that's on the Montebello High School swim team. Shout out to the swim team that one year. Who else? That's everybody. That's all my siblings.
So what was growing up around Denver back in the, I guess it'd be early 90s, late 80s?
Man, let me tell you, okay? Because I was born in 83. Okay, I'm not saying how old I am. I'm just saying I was born in 83, baby. Okay? And growing up in Montebello back then, it was a hardcore, like the neighborhood raises the kids. You know what I mean? Not just the parents. It was the whole community. It was a village. It takes a village.
I get it.
Yeah.
Right,
And so my mom, Jill Poole, Nurse Poole, your world's favorite nurse. She used to be the team mom for the football, Montbello Falcons football team, basketball team, baseball team. And so, like, to this day, like, I still run into my friends just from Little League athletics, and they always ask, how's your mom doing? Because they all remember that my mom was the team mom for all those teams, like, pretty much from 3rd grade to high school. And, I mean, you know, like, orange slices at halftime of the football game, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It was good times, man. Like, growing up in Montbello back then, like, it was definitely a little dangerous, maybe a lot dangerous, but, you know.
It's definitely the hood. Definitely the hood.
But with that, I forgot to fix this. Hold on, I'm going to put my bat down. There we go. Your intro was so good, I forgot to put that down. There we go. There it is. Okay, anyway. Montbello back then was, definitely earned its reputation. I remember I went to MLK. I went to Martin Luther King Middle School. And the year before I went there, that school was on Oprah for the most dangerous middle school in the country. And they said that.
Wow.
They said that because the 8th graders before so those 8th graders ended up being my seniors in high school. But anyway, those 8th graders, they had went to the Denver Zoo and they had took a stuffed lion, a stuffed animal, and thrown it into the lion's pit cage, right? Lion's pit. And the lion, they had a baby lion in there named Simba. And this is Lion King years. This is right when Lion King just came out. So baby Simba eats the lion stuffed doll and dies. The kids at MLK to this day are banned from the Denver Zoo.
The baby lion died?
The baby Simba died eating a baby Simba doll. Okay, and that is why MLK had a very, very, very bad reputation at the time. And I mean, it was well earned. Like, I mean, once a year, somebody would set a trash can on fire in the school. There used to be a guy named Mr. Parker. Mr. Parker would legit run you down if he found you in the hallway. And like in a suit and tie, like he looked like Willie Mays Hayes from Major League. Yeah. But Mr. Parker would hawk you in a heartbeat. He would run you down if you weren't in class and he caught you in the hallway. He would run you down. He would legit run you down in the hall and drag you back to class by your ear. We had a Q dog named Mr. Shannon, and he used to bark at us. He'd slap you in the back of the head if you was cutting up. Like, you know, it was real. It was real, man. Like, we used to, I don't know, can we still call the game Smear the Queer, or do you have to call it something else nowadays?
I don't think that's allowed anymore.
I don't think you're allowed anymore. But anyway, we used to play this school-wide game of football with one football. Yeah, bro. And like, man, like you'd go into the school bruised up, sometimes bloody.
Tackle whoever has the football.
Yeah. Because that's what happens. You get murdered out there, and bro, it was a legit free for all 3 years. When I got to school there, I was in the teacher's class that was on Oprah. This lady would legit just read a magazine and let the kids do whatever. And she was the Spanish teacher. Bro, I don't even know any Spanish. Still, I don't speak no Espanol.
Because she was watching Oprah.
She was, because she knew that she was the lady from the Oprah, so she just accepted it. She was just like, you know what? These kids gonna do whatever they want. I'm just gonna let them be. Yeah. It was wild times, man. Yeah, and that was just middle school. I don't even talk about my high school days. Well, I might talk about
something you said though that reminds me is when I was growing up, you couldn't like. There's been times where I was down the street messing up, and somebody come out and bust my ass.
That's
so
right.
I don't even know.
That's right.
Walk my ass home, and then my mom bust my ass too. Like
that's right.
The whole like you couldn't just be messing up. Another thing I was talking about with a couple of youngsters at my job the other day, a couple of 20-some-year-olds, they asked me what the difference was, and I said, people ain't outside no more. You used to go out in the neighborhood and there'd be people everywhere. You knew your neighbors, you knew everybody. Now nobody talks. Everybody's antisocial.
Yeah, so like growing up in Montbello, right? Like we used to ride our bikes. Like we would get together and ride our bikes. And then like, you know, like different like blocks in the neighborhood because you knew who lived on your block.
Yeah.
Well, then we'd ride our bikes to the other block. Like so I lived on Bowling, and now my new house is on Fraser. But when I was a kid, me and my boys on my block would ride over to Fraser, and we played basketball against the Fraser cats. And then, like, I saw this guy last night at Trap Karaoke. I saw Cameron. Cameron went to Barney Ford. I went to Oakland. Those are the elementary schools. And the elementary schools were like Barney Ford, Oakland, McGlone, and a mess at the time. And there's one in Green Valley. I don't know that one name. Anyway, it's the exact same building as Oakland. Anyway, bro, like, we would legit, like, if we weren't competing in football or basketball against the other blocks, then we was just flat out fighting. And yeah, if we were fighting, you know, too wild in the streets, bro, anybody might come outside and say, hey, y'all better chill out before I call your mama.
Yeah, it's true.
And that's the end of it. Like that you mid swing, stop. Hey, we cool?
Yeah,
all right, we cool.
It's true. But like another thing is, now there was a lot of gun violence growing up. I'm not gonna say there wasn't. There was a ton. I'm not gonna say there wasn't.
Taking this off, it's getting hot.
But there was also a lot of fights. Like we also nowadays, I was saying this on another one of my episodes. They don't even they skip the whole fight part. I feel like kids is way like they don't want to get. When I was growing up, they wasn't shooting as fast. Like they shot. Don't get me wrong, but we fought too. We fought and we shot. Like I get in a fight with you, you kick my ass, then I might shoot you.
Yeah.
Nowadays it's like, oh, I'm gonna shoot you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like if you got shot back in the day, it was like, what'd you do?
Yeah. Why did you get shot?
Why did you? I didn't get shot at today.
Yeah.
I've been shot at a bunch of times. I'm not happy about it, but it happens.
Yeah.
But you know, in all those instances, I know I was just in the wrong place. Like I knew it. I knew I was in the wrong place. That's why I have a nose for danger now, because of all those situations.
Agent experience.
But yeah, like you ain't never lied, because like it's funny because like when you're young, you think you know how to fight, right? Or you cocky. Like I know how to scrap, boy. Okay. Then one day, you know, don't matter when. One day, hopefully, you go to a gym. You go to a boxing gym, kickboxing gym, jiu-jitsu gym. Don't matter. You go to a gym, and you find out on that day.
Yeah, you don't.
You do not know how to fight.
So, did you have a mom and dad in the household, or where did you grow up?
I grew up with Joe Poole. My dad is Donald Clark Poole, and he was a pastor. And him and my mom got divorced early when I was a kid, so I ended up with my mom primarily. My dad was around a lot though. Like, I remember my older brothers were saying like, they were like, man, you got a lot more daddy than we did, because he wasn't always a pastor, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, before my daddy was a pastor, he worked for the railroad, and that's where he was born and raised in Kansas City, Missouri. So my mom is also from like Sykeston, Missouri, or something like that.
Oh, so your family is pretty much rooted from Missouri, and then
No,
they came here.
no, my family is from Nebraska.
Oh.
Yeah. And then, so my dad's family is in Missouri. My mom's family is in Nebraska, but I spent most of my time with my mom's people, you know.
Oh.
So I have my older brothers, and then they got older brothers, or no, they got other siblings, and I know most of them. But like, I put it tell you like this: my older brothers, Marcus and Andre, this is your own fault. I've been an uncle since I was in 5th grade, because they. Let me see. I don't know. They were like 16, 17 when I was like 4 or 5, right?
Oh, wow.
So when I got to like 5th grade, I got a call and it was like, yo, man, you're an uncle. I just had a baby. And I'm like, bro, I'm in 5th grade. How am I an uncle?
What do you mean I'm an uncle?
Yeah, and it was like, well, hey, forget it. So like between the two of them, I think they got like 10 kids between the two of them, you know, plus my one, that's 11. You know?
I had a friend who would, his grandma had a kid when he was young. I mean, was in school, and so he would pick up it, be like, hey, I got to stop and pick up my uncle.
Yeah, bro, because that's the thing, like, even in wrestling, right? Like Eddie Guerrero and Chavo Guerrero, them dudes 2 years apart. Eddie is Chavo's uncle.
Wow. Yeah.
That's his uncle, man.
So your dad was, first he was on the railroads. Does he travel on the railroad?
You know, like all the railroad stuff was like before my time. Like when I was first born, he was still working for the railroad. I think he worked for a car dealership. Like my first car was like a Cadillac DeVille with a diamond in the back, because I remember he had one. And for a little while, when I was first born, I remember almost every weekend he would come home with a different car. And I was like, how is he doing this? But he was a car salesman. Yeah. And then shortly after they got divorced, I think it's when he transitioned full time into ministry. And he had his own ministry. It was called Alpha and Omega Ministries. He used to come cut my hair, pretty much like once a week. He'd come cut my hair. He used to give me like the Larry Johnson Grandmama, the part, the old school part. Yeah, he used to give me the part in my hair.
Frederick Douglass part.
Yeah, straight Frederick. Yeah, exactly. Booker T. Booker T. Washington. Not Booker T 5 times. Anyway, and like, I had them both till right till I got to high school, and then he moved to Missouri. He got remarried. He moved to Missouri, and he passed away, but he finished his life out there. He got his ministry going. Like it was going pretty good. And then besides that, it was just me and my mom. And then my mom would bring out my cousins every summer, and then I would go out to Nebraska every summer. I would go, like, we'd go to Kansas every summer. We would go to the caves. I don't know. My mom killed it. Okay, my mom killed it. Like, there wasn't a thing I didn't get to experience as a child, and she was doing most of it single-handedly. You know what I mean? Just because, like, I tell people I'm a hospital kid, because she worked at the VA hospital out here. And when it was just me and her, she would take me to the hospital and put me in an empty hospital room and just leave me in there and like, don't come out. Yeah, and we just watch TV. So of course I'm coming out, and I would hang out with like the student doctors, because they were like, if from 10 in the morning or 10 at night till 2 in the morning till 4 in the morning, ain't nobody else at the hospital but the nurses, the overnight nurses, and the student, and the residents.
So she worked like a night shift.
Yeah. And so I'd be up in there, man, and like, bro, I got to see some wild stuff, bro. Like I saw open heart surgery. I saw like a lipo surgery. I saw like a bullet get removed out of somebody, came into the ER, because like, I had the stomach for it. Like I was about it. I was like, the student doctors was like, are you sure you want to see this? I'm like, yes.
Let me see.
Sign me up, right? And so like with that, I was privy to a lot of stuff that like most kids my age had no idea these things even existed, and I was like watching it live. You know what I mean? And I thought I had an iron stomach, but apparently I am deathly afraid of needles. Oh. Like that is my number one, bro. Let me tell you, like I'm a professional wrestler, no tattoos. Yeah, bro, I'm scared of needles. Like, I'm not joking. Hurry up and do it, bro. Yeah. When you give me a shot, it's like, go ahead. I'm gonna look over here and keep talking the whole time you're doing it. I tell a story. I say, here, you want to see my tattoo right there? See that dot right there? That's it. You hear me like this? You say, get off of me, man. That hurts. What's wrong with you?
No more.
We're done. Get my money back. Let's go.
So you was your mom strict then?
Yes, currently.
Yeah.
As we speak. Like I look, okay, hey, mama, if you see this, I am not in the office right now. I'm at C Rod's house doing podcasts in this dope basement. I wish y'all could see this basement. This camera shot does not do this basement justice. Can they see that? Can they see the game? There's games everywhere. Okay, when we're done, I'm just gonna stay here and play video games. But that's to my mom. So look, I'm supposed to be at Healthcare Training Institute. That is the name of our CNA school. My mom's a nurse. I'm a CNA. I teach CPR and first aid. And because of Jill Poole, I've been a business owner just since I was 16.
Wow.
Like we've always ran our own business of some kind, in addition to working. Like we just call it side jobs. Like, regular jobs for other people, like 9 to 5, that's the side job. Plus
the business.
9 to 5 at the business.
Yeah, I get it.
So it's Friday and ain't but 2 employees in that office.
And you over here.
And I'm not there.
Oh Lord.
It's okay. There wasn't nobody.
It'll be worth it.
Yeah. Well, there wasn't nobody signed up for CPR today, so we in the clear. But so I got another week of CNA school, and then those students graduate this Thursday. So we're gonna get them sent off to the State Board of Colorado. Hopefully, I got a whole new group of students out there working, under my umbrella. And shoot, what else am I doing? I beat up people for money.
That's the main thing right now.
ORW heavyweight champion. Rocky Mountain Pro tag team champion.
So let me ask you. So you went to Martin Luther King, right?
Yeah.
So if I went back and I found somebody and I asked them what kind of a guy you were in high school, what would they say?
Oh, goody two shoes.
Really? Did you graduate?
Goody two shoes. Graduated. Graduated from Mount Bello. Graduated like 3.6 GPA. Vice head boy, which is like vice president of the school, student council. Scholarship athlete, football, basketball, baseball, swimming. Basically anything I can get my hands on. I used to wrestle with the wrestling team, but I never wrestled on the wrestling team. I just would go into the gym and wrestle the other heavyweight wrestlers. So like Jerry Butler, and then I wrestled the coach, Coach Gonzalez. He actually used to be the head coach at Rangeview High School.
That's right around here.
Yeah. And so I would wrestle like legit him, and he's a professional power lifter. And so that's the guy that I used to wrestle with in high school. And they would say I was a goody two shoes for sure. Like, never got in trouble. I got suspended one time for not fighting the kid. Like instead of fighting him, I just tricked him. I walked him out. I was like, right after you, man, come on out this door. And he walked out the door, and I slammed the door behind him because I knew the door did not open on the other side. Don't try to fight me, man. Yeah. Think about it. Like, this ain't what you want. Yeah. But anyway, and with having said that, the people that I went to high school with would be like, oh yeah, straight shooter. Nice guy, great guy. Let your daughter date him. Yeah. I'll be honest. Terror on the streets.
Oh, really?
Complete maniac. Oh, yeah. That was my persona. My persona was goody two shoes, straight A student, scholar, athlete.
Yeah.
Terror on the streets.
Yeah.
Complete terror on the streets.
So you living with double life.
Double life. Because I had that Cadillac. Okay, I had that Cadillac when I was 16. I was driving to school when I was 14.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I had a permit, and you're supposed to have an adult with you. I had no adult with me. I was driving to school every day. And so, basically, I was a freshman with a car. And so, I was at every school in town. I was at, we used to go to parties at Overland, Rangeview, Smoky Hill, Cherry Creek, Mullen, Arvada West. Shoot, man, we partied in Fort Collins. We go to Colorado Springs and beat them up. We beat up Lewis Palmer, and I forget the other school was. We only go to Colorado Springs to get in the fights, legit. And Man, like, yeah, I legit lived like a low key double life. Like, whereas, like, I drank a little in high school. I didn't really smoke back then, but probably not till like my senior year. Oh, I hope my mom don't watch this. Oh well, too late. Anyway, but no one at the school knew. No one at the school knew anything. Like, if you wasn't in my group of people,
you would never know.
Everybody else is like, man, that guy, Bruce said he ain't gonna do nothing, man. Hey, Bruce ain't no trouble. Yeah. Bruce ain't no trouble. And I wasn't. But because of that, I was able to do whatever I wanted to do because, like, I always used to say, I don't get into trouble, I get out of it. And so, and my mom, she would still work overnights. So I would just be home from 6 to 6 every night. I was home alone. And a hot tub in the backyard under a gazebo like this.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I had a basketball court in the backyard. My mom got me that. It was like $1,200, like a steal. Like, I'll take a full court basketball court. So, like, man, at night, oh my gosh, good times.
All the friends come over?
Oh yeah. All the boys come over. All the girls come over. Y'all come to my house. We have a good time. Go get in the hot tub. Yeah. I manage the pH levels on this thing. I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was good. It was good times, and like, legit, never got in trouble for anything. Like, I used to know the gang members and stuff, and like, it was really like them scenes from the movies back when we was growing up, when it'd be like I remember I was in that room, I was in the house, and there was guns on the table and God knows what else on the table. And I walked in, I saw the guy I was there to see, and I was like, hey, good to see you, bro. And he was like, you ain't supposed to be here, college boy. And I was like, come on, man, you know me, man. You don't be like that, man. He's like, get on out of here, man. You ain't supposed to be here. Yeah. And like, but
that's a good thing, though.
Exactly, you understand what it was. Like, they were protecting me. They were saying like, yo,
of course, you
ain't supposed to be here. You supposed to be off doing your thing.
Yeah.
So don't be coming over here getting involved in this because this ain't got nothing to do with you. And they were right. They were right. I never argued with them. Matter of fact, I appreciate them because those are the guys that helped me understand staying out of trouble. If I'd have just been with them, I didn't have to do what they were doing. If I'd have been with them, I would have gotten into so much trouble. But like I said, I've always had this nose for danger, and I always clear of anything. The only trouble I ever got in was I finally had a party at my house. I didn't party. You come over and hang out. I had a party one time, and all of my buddies, my boy Ron, rest in peace, Ron, he worked at 7-Eleven. He got like a case of beer. I don't even drink beer. I don't like beer. I'll drink it if it's cold, right? Man, when I say that they left every beer can out by the hot tub, and I came back from school the next morning, and my mom had put all the beer cans on the kitchen table.
Oh.
And I was like, she was like, you got something to tell me? And I was like,
God. Some guy broke in?
Right. This guy broke in,
I don't know nothing
brought
about it.
beer, drank it, managed the pH levels before he closed it, and then just left all them beer cans out there. I was asleep.
Had nothing to
with
do
with the teddy bear, not doing anything, like the good son that I am.
When you saw the beer cans, were you like the heart?
Bro, I was like, all I thought about, I'll name names: Ron, Kareem, Aaron, Jeff, all y'all. That's y'all fault, okay? Clean getaway. That's how we supposed to do things. That ain't what y'all did.
Had one job.
One job. Y'all know what night I'm talking about. Y'all had one job, just to not leave it there. You could have left it anywhere, but not there. Busted.
So you're going. So after you graduate college, you're going through high school. Your pastor's son.
Yeah.
Have him.
Son of a preacher man.
Preacher man, and they're divorced, but he's around. You get lucky, he's around, and then you're having this double life through high school, running the streets, and so then you graduate, and so you go to college.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. What college?
2 offers. I had Air Force and University of Nebraska at Kearney. I ended up going to Kearney because the Air Force offered me this like no escape contract. They still offer it nowadays. I'm like, I was a hard headed as a teenager, man, and so I'm like, man, what if I don't like it? And they were like, well, it's a no escape contract. You can't leave. I was like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. What if we get into a war or something stupid? Right? Legit. You know what year I graduated? You know what year I graduated? 2001.
Oh, you would have went,
bruh.
You would have went,
bruh. Let me tell you. So like, I remember I was when the planes hit the towers. I was in my college dorm room with me and Byron Bell. And I walked in, we had these dual TVs, looked like your Terminator and NBA Jam over there.
Yeah.
And I walked in and I saw that and I was like, man, what movie is this? This is real. He was like, bro, this is CNN. I like, oh.
This shit's real.
This is happening? This is live? And I was like, damn, boy. Good thing we ain't in Air Force right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, so, like, there was a lot of stuff that, like, if I could redo it, for sure I'd have went to Air Force just because, like, you know, that military money ain't bad.
Yeah.
Military money ain't bad. They set you up right. You know what I mean? And, like, going to school in Nebraska was great, but it's in Nebraska.
It's not much.
Like now I go back 24 hours at a time. I go to town and I start the clock and I let everybody know. Come 6 o'clock, I'm out of here. Okay, if you see me, you see me. If you don't, you don't. Yeah. Just know I was here and I'm gone.
Did you have a sports scholarship?
Yeah. So I went to college on a football scholarship. Oh. Coach Morris, Daryl Morris, great leader of men. If I ever met one. He was like he was the head coach and he was my O-line coach. And when I got the scholarship, Coach Katzer, he had come to my house. And I woke up, he was in my house, and he was walking down the stairs, and he had touched the wall walking down the stairs. And my mom was like, if you don't get your hands off my wall, sir.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, and I was like, Coach, you can't touch the walls in this house now. You know what I'm saying? That's dad. It's like you said, growing up different, bro. Yeah. Like when I grow up, you don't touch the walls. Not with your hand. You crazy? Right, man. You bet. If it's dirty, that you got to clean it. Now you're in real trouble.
Walls before in my house.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nobody sees this shit.
Exactly. Yeah. So like, so Coach come to town, right? And he offered me the scholarship. I get out there. So I play center, and I get to college, and I'm like, and then everybody gets hurt. I end up playing center, guard, tackle, tight end, right? But most importantly, when I first get there in freshman year, I'm like, hey, Coach, man, you know, I'm thinking about, you know, being a fullback. And he's like, oh yeah, that's a great idea, man. Matter of fact, you second string. I'm like, cool. Who I got to beat out for first string? This is a guy named Tony. I'm like, all right, cool. I met Tony. Tony, cool. So I go through practice, man. Like, first, like, all the camp, all training camp. And well, Tony ain't playing, right? Then it kind of hit me, and I grabbed Coach Katz. I'm like, hey, Coach, man, who's the starting fullback? He goes, if Tony ain't the starting fullback, who's the starting fullback? He goes, you are.
Oh, shit.
I said, what? Okay. I said, but I'm a red shirt. Coach, I don't even play.
Yeah.
He was like, ain't no damn fullback in this offense. You play center. I was like, you know, kind of looked around like, damn, he's right. Yo, there ain't no fullback in this but I was in college 5 years of football. No fullback. So
center?
Yeah, I played center. I got moved to guard. I actually got beat out. I got beat out by my boy named Nick Trampy. Money dude on the field, right? It was me, Trampy, James Pointer. And we went up, in Nebraska Kearney, you play all the schools out here in Colorado, all the Division II schools. So we were in the RMAC, Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, and I got 2 championship rings from college football, right? And the last one was my senior year. And then at the end of my senior year, this coach calls me, right? This is the story. This is the story. So this coach called me. His name is Coach Ware. And he's a coach from Hinckley High School. And he calls me, he sell me this dream. He said, yo, man, I need you to come play arena football for me. Charleston, South Carolina. Come down here. And like that's pretty much where Prince and them is from too, right? So anyway, come down here, get you a car, got a house for you to live in, get you a job. All you gotta do is just play football. I'm like, what's the catch? He's like, I need you down here next month. And I'm like, legit in my senior year of college, right?
Oh, wow.
And so, bro, I'm telling you, I got baby on the way, okay? I leave school early. Left school early. Go down there. I get down there. My first night in Charleston, I wake up to police cars all outside of my hotel. And like right there, there's a guy like murdered in his car, like head on the steering wheel. And I'm like, what? What is this? And they're like, oh, sorry, you don't know this. Charleston is the number 2 murder capital 18 years running.
Holy shit.
Right. Don't nobody care about number 2. Right. Till you move there. So, bro, I done moved my whole life down there. And then on the newspaper, same day, same morning, on the front page of the newspaper, it said, Coach Ware fired.
Oh, wow.
Coach Ware gets fired, right? My first day there. And I am stranded in Charleston, South Carolina.
He's the one that had you come, right?
He's the one that brought me out there. So they bring in a new coach. I make the team. I play for about 4 games for them. I end up getting traded to the Omaha Beef back in Nebraska. I'm there for my daughter to be born, just stroke of luck. I end up playing 7 years of arena football, trying to get into the NFL. And then 4 years of fighting after that. And then, like I said, shout out to Bobby Lashley, my man, American Top Team. Bobby Lashley says, hey, man, I'm going back to wrestling. You don't look like you want to fight, so maybe you should think about being a pro wrestler. And I met Matt Yaden and Too Cold Scorpio. I got trained to be a wrestler, and the rest is history. Like, playing football transitioned me into my wrestling career seamless.
What was it like playing arena football for 7 years?
It was dope. It was dope. I got to tour the whole. I saw this whole country playing football and got paid for it, and it was dope because like when you play arena football, it's a lot different than college because like arena football, we all adults now, so like you get to hang out with your coach after the game, talk to him, one-on-one, man-to-man, and like all of my coaches were just great dudes, man. Like I can't remember that guy from Charleston. He was a Citadel coach. I know that. But I remember I had this coach named Mike Trigg down in Corpus Christi, Texas. I was in Corpus Christi for 2 years. And Coach Trigg, he's a hardcore Spurs fan back in the Tim Duncan days, so he couldn't have been happier. But, man, we were like 0-9 to start the season. And he was just like, man, the Spurs are the only thing giving me joy in life right now. But he actually moved me to fullback and ended up getting me.
Finally got the fullback.
I finally got the fullback because, like, what happened when I got to Corpus Christi, I'm like 280 pounds when I get there and playing center. Bro, mid-season, I'm 245.
Oh, the heat.
The humidity. Bro, I'm from Denver. I ain't never lived in this.
What part of Corpus Christi did you live in?
Oh, man, the Crooked Christie. I lived in Port Arthur. On the other side, like on the bridge.
Oh, I'm familiar.
Yeah, but bro, let me tell you. So I said I was scared of needles, right? Turns out I'm also scared of hurricanes. I didn't know that. But bro, you drive over that bridge, right? And like normally the water's down here and the bridge up here. Man, the hurricane hit like Miami or something. But we on the Gulf. Bro, the water was going like this on the sides of the bridge. Like you could see the water. You see the waves come up like this. And I'm riding with this girl. She a local. And she's like, oh, that's no big deal. I'm like, how is that not a big deal? I said, that water come over here. We go over there. You gonna get me off this bridge right now, boy.
You talking about what's it called again, that bridge?
I don't know.
Harbor Bridge?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah,
Right there
man.
by the
No,
Lexington, USS
yeah,
Lexington.
by the Lex. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. No, I had a good time in Corpus, man. Like,
It's hood though. It's dangerous.
they call it the Crooked Christie.
It's dangerous.
Right. Only thing got me out of any kind of danger in Corpus was both years I was there. Like, one year I had like a Chrysler Sebring or something like that, and it was like maroon. And then the second year I had a all black Cadillac peanut butter guts. Right. But as luck would have it, there was a local guy, like a hood dude, with the exact same car as me. And then, because Corpus ain't big.
Nah.
So since that guy had the same car as me, both years, it was two separate guys, but both years, everybody thought that my car was that guy's car. So nobody ever bothered me, right? Except for the police.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Bro, the police in Corpus did us like this, okay? Like, we had to drive down this 2-lane road to get home, and they would pull you over and be like, yo, where you think you going? It's like, I'm going home. Was I doing something wrong, officer? Like, yeah. Speed limit on this street is 25. I catch you going 24, I'm going to impound this car and take you to jail. And tell your teammates this.
Damn.
They pulled Coach Trigg over. They got us all. And they weren't joking, bro. And we legit, no matter how big a hurry you was in, you went 20 miles an hour on that road, period. Because, them cops out there wasn't playing, bro. I tell you, Texas is for the Texans. It's nothing personal, but, like, that's their thing, and they can have it. Yeah, like, I like to go visit Texas. I just came back from San Antonio, and, like, I have a good time when I go down there, but I go down, it might as well be Nebraska. I'm in and out.
So how many, South Carolina, right?
South Carolina, Omaha Beef, Nebraska, Corpus Christi Sharks, Colorado Ice in Fort Collins, now known as Colorado Crush.
Okay.
And like a summer with the Las Vegas Destroyers, but that was the year that Arena 1 got shut down.
Yeah.
Basically, the players said, we would like to get paid more money, please. The owner said, we ain't playing this season or next season.
Oh, man.
And so, you remember when T.O. played arena football?
Yeah.
The team in Dallas gave T.O. half the team. They gave him half the rights to the team to pay him because T.O. was under contract for $400. That's how much you get paid now. Even now, that's the contract now.
Yeah.
Because they had a little 2-year stretch. I forget what year it was. It was like, I don't know, it was maybe like 09 to 11 or something like that. They shut down Arena 1 football, period. And when they came back, the $1,200 contract was $400. Yeah. So you play it because you love it. You don't play it because you make money. Yeah.
So I always hear about, I'm going to ask you, the collisions and the impacts and the damage that it does to you. And what is it like? Just, you spent 7 years going through them impacts and collisions.
All right.
Tell us a little bit about that.
I can tell you right now, as a professional wrestler, and I get my body slammed on the ground by people bigger than me, arena football, way worse.
Wow.
Way worse.
Damn.
Okay? We have a saying in football. You know who's undefeated in arena football? The Wall. Ain't nobody. I don't care how fast you running, I don't care how big you are. If you run into that wall, if somebody puts you into that wall, the Wall wins. Wall wins every time.
That does happen, right?
Bruh, let me tell you. I got my ribs broken in Stockton, California. I went up to catch a pass. I caught it. Guy puts me into the wall. Bam! Because it's just a hockey wall. Yeah. It's a hockey wall without the glass. It ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. And bro, dude checked me into the thing. Bro, I remember I said to the guy I was laying on the ground, I was like, you cold as ice. Get off of me, man. That was cold-blooded, man. You should have did me like this. Yeah, bro. Yeah. So yeah, it makes you grab your ribs thinking about it. It was awful.
Broken ribs. I've had.
Yeah, bro. But like when people see me after wrestling matches and I'm like kind of beat up, I tell them all the time, like, this ain't got nothing on football. Man. Like college football, arena football, like professional football, bro, nothing.
You think you've ever had concussions and stuff besides broken ribs?
I might have had a concussion or two. I don't remember.
Exactly. Yeah, good
But
point.
yeah, I remember my boy James got a concussion though one time. He dove over the wedge on a kickoff, landed on his head, and he got up and he had this look on his face, right? And me and him used to race from here to the other side of the field, like almost like 200 yards. We used to race, run full speed, and so we ran over there. And I beat him. I turned back. He wasn't even there, and he jogged over. And we were lining up to do the drills, man. And he's standing there, and it's like, James, it's your turn. He's like, yeah.
He out of it.
But James, come on, man, it's your turn to go. Okay, yeah.
Oh wow, he was gone.
I say, James, yeah, man, what's up?
Oh Lord.
What's up? I say, Coach, get over here and get this dude, man.
Something wrong with him.
and that is what got the O-linemen, all the fast O-linemen, that's what got us off a kickoff team. Good job, James. Way to help us out.
That reminds me of my first cage fight. I was in the back, and hitting pads, getting ready, and the event starts, and I see one guy. He comes, the fight happens, and you can see him when they walk back from the cage.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there, I'm watching. He like hurt, limping and shit, all beat up. I said, oh shit, okay. I'm like five or six. So I'm going again, and then the next guy comes out. He's pretty beat up, Both of them, they come out, they just beat the fuck up. I'm like, all right,
Hey, what happened here?
What's going on here? And then I remember, like, when we get to like the third or fourth guy, he come out but on a stretcher. And I was like, oh. And they was like, yeah, he won. I was like, what you mean he won?
Yeah. No.
What you mean he won? I was
Perseverance.
like, oh Lord,
yeah.
Jesus. What did I get myself in?
Hey.
Why am I doing this? What did I get myself into?
Bro, you describing mental toughness.
Yeah.
That is the name of the games.
Yeah.
Like if you ain't mentally tough, then you shouldn't be out there.
No.
Cause that what you just saw, that's the price of victory.
It's the price of victory.
Price of victory. Heavy is the shoulder that holds the gold.
That's
you
right.
understand?
I did.
Okay, this thing is heavy. After
Yeah.
10 minutes, you want to put it down, but you can't because you're the champ.
Yeah.
Right? And if you want to be that, you gotta be willing.
Yeah, it's
You
adversity.
gotta be willing to get carted out.
Yeah,
on a win.
I remember I had one fight when we were doing Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Yeah.
And he got me and he hit me and I was against the cage. He got me good and I thought, I'm okay with this shit. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I was like, let's do it. I was like,
Yeah.
I remember at that point, ever since after that, I never cared about it no more.
Yeah, bro. So that's like a part of why I switched to pro wrestling. Is like I believe in the first rule of boxing: don't get hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so like for anybody that likes to call wrestling fake, like
Ooh,
I just
damage though.
I just explain it like this: like look, okay, if we were in a fight and you could see every punch coming, could you slip that punch?
I mean, if I could see it, every punch coming, yeah.
Yeah, that's pro wrestling.
That's true, yeah.
Bro, we about to fight, and I'm about to throw these punches. Only catch is, I'm gonna show it to you.
Yeah, you better move.
But good luck, bro. Yeah, like, hey, it's still, bro, look, I tell people all the time, like, look, hey, if I was you, when my fist gets to right here, like that, I'd go down if I were you. Because if you don't, what make you think that wasn't a real punch?
Yeah.
Bro, you can sell or I can help you. How you want to do this?
Well, I was watching, like I told you, I was watching your matches.
Oh, right. I appreciate you, brother.
And you have a real, like, your character, they were cheering you. Like, they really like your character, man. Like, you have a real, you would think that you have been wrestling longer than what you have been wrestling. Like,
That's true.
You have a great, you have a lot of charisma. And I think people, they see that, you know what I mean? They love the chop. You had the whole crowd, chop. Like they all, I think you have I don't see why. When I watched your event, like I never really watched a lot of wrestling.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, I used to watch the major promotions. But,
Yeah.
And when I watched yours, you had the match. It was the one where you came out with the orange. You had the cane, and then the referee comes out. The guy cheats, and gives a guy a thing, and the referee, some older referee, comes out.
Oh, yeah.
You know
That's
what I'm talking
Salvio.
about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So when I was watching it, it was entertaining. I don't feel like it was any less entertaining than any of the W. Like, it was very entertaining.
Yeah.
And I think that you have a place there. Like, if you're watching the promotions, this man, I think he would be a great character for it.
Go see the Final Boss, baby.
Yeah, and you were very athletic. So when you got into it, did you just boom, start matches, or did you train yourself? How did you become so good?
When I got into it, it was me, Atiba, and Lipto. Those are my boys, right? My day ones. And we took to it, might as well have been football. We were doing 2-a-days. So me, Atiba, Lipto, we started our wrestling careers legit 2 weeks apart, right? And we had Rocky Mountain Pro out here in Denver. And bro, I said we took to it like it was like football. Like we were doing 2-a-days. We were in the gym like 9 o'clock in the morning, go back at noon, go back at 5, and we trained till like 8, 9 o'clock at night. Then the luchas would come in. Half the time we trained with the luchas too, just to get the extra work in. And pretty much from like April to October, we went from novice to having matches, like full-time having matches.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and like the crazy thing about wrestling is like even at 5 years in, I'm considered a rookie just because like it takes that long to understand it and get really good at it. Yeah, exactly. But like my edge is like I saw this guy's name was Severino Corrente. He was the first guy I got paired with when I started wrestling. But I was watching him and I was just like, man, this guy he's fantastic. How long has he been wrestling? He was a year ahead of me. And I was like, what? He's that good? Oh, shoot, I'm about to be that good.
I thought he was way ahead of you, right?
Oh, okay. You can do this? Oh, say less. So, man, next thing I know, Atiba had his first match. Lipto had his first match. I was out of town. I said, bro, hold up now. So I go have my first match. I had my first match. My trainer, Matt Yaden, he asked me for something I didn't know what it was, right? And so he said, give me a low knee. I didn't know what this was. Now I know it's just a knee to the stomach. It's a very simple move. I didn't know that. So I just drop kick him in the knee. Almost broke his leg, right? Then I spin around on a dime, jump up, take off my tie, and just start choking him with my tie, right? But I'm like for real choking him. Like I'm not
he getting choked.
Wrestling choking him. He turning red, and like that's when it hit me like, oh, hey, I'm sorry, brother. And he was like, get the fuck up off of me, man.
Yeah, kick me in my knee and choke me in my.
Yeah, but like so yeah, me and my boys, bro, we really took to this like right away when we started doing it, and I'm having so much fun doing it. Like I can't stop. Like it's the best addiction I've ever had. It hurts just as much as anything I've ever done, and I look forward to doing it.
Well, how do you get? Are there like gyms, like MMA gyms, like wrestling gyms? Or?
Yeah. So in Denver, or actually in Colorado in general, there are, I want to say, 2, maybe 3 schools. Yeah, there's 3 schools now. So yeah, there's Rocky Mountain Pro, that's the A school. There's Primo's, that's the other school on the other side of town. And then the new school is One Revolution Wrestling, has a school in Colorado Springs now. And so I am the One Revolution champion because I am trying to make this belt number 1.
Yeah. Because
any wrestling promoter, understand this. If you want your belt to be promoted, to be seen, to be on podcasts, you want to see it live on the air, all you got to do is put your strap on the Final Boss, Bruce Wayans, and I will go out and cut promos and do commercials and kiss names and take babies, whatever you need.
Yeah.
Because I do this. Like, this is why I do this. I do this to be the champ. Like, the belt makes me feel like I'm the best because, like, I earned it. And I will continue to do so until I retire.
Yeah.
That's my plan. That's what I'm doing my plan as we speak. Yeah.
So I don't know, like, what's hard and what's not hard, but when I was watching you do some stuff there that was going some stuff. I don't think I would be scared to do some of the jumps and stuff that you do.
You know what? All right, so we talked on the phone earlier, right? He was like, man, you pretty athletic for a big man, right?
Yeah.
And I said to myself, I am pretty and athletic. That's true. But this guy's bigger than me, bro.
Doing the same thing,
Bro, doing more ridiculous stuff than me.
Were you ever nervous? Like, cause like some of them, you
Yeah.
There's like one where the guy, you grab him and you like turn with full momentum. Like when y'all are swinging.
That's my finisher, bro. That's a batarang. Okay,
Yeah,
I made that
moves.
myself. I made that up.
Are you nervous? Like,
Bro, the nervous of wrestling is like it's equivalent to just pure stage fright, because not only do you have to go out there and perform one take live, but I got another person's legit life in my hands, and I am also offering my body to this person. I'm trusting them to take care of me while I'm out there. I ain't gonna lie to you. I take care of me while I'm out there. You ain't gotta worry about me. But like I know that we as wrestlers, we know that you can die on a body slam.
yeah,
Just any regular body slam. This guy slip, you slip, whatever. Anything bad happen, you're done. Right there. Right?
Yeah.
But we enter into this agreement understanding that we're about to have a knockdown, drag out fight.
yeah,
That hopefully both of us go home safe from. And if we do it right, we'll do it again tomorrow.
yeah.
Right? Do it wrong, bloody lip,
for a
black
while.
eye, you name it. Right? Because like I said, when I punch people in the face, I'm punching them in the face. When I kick people in the face, I'm kicking them in the face. It's just, if I was you, I'd go down.
You know it's coming.
Yeah, if not, this next one coming hot. This next one is coming because like you ain't about to make me look bad out here. This is real. This is a real fight. If you don't like it, don't come out here. Don't come out here like, oh man, I'm trying to play wrestling with you. Nah, bro, I'm out here to scrap.
Yeah,
I'm here to scrap. That's why I'm champ.
So there was like one where I seen where he threw you into the metal pole.
Oh, that was terrible.
And then that's what I was gonna ask you. And then you fell onto it looked like a concrete floor, man. I'm not sure.
Well, because
There's no matting out there. I didn't see any matting.
No. But like, it was a hardwood floor in the gym. But legit, there ain't no difference in that hardwood floor and the ring itself.
Yeah. Oh.
The difference between the hardwood floor and the ring is a wrestling mat, like a legit college wrestling mat. That's what they use as padding.
So you're basically slammed on a hardwood floor for
Yes,
the whole match.
and like people think it's a trampoline because it bounces up and down, but really it's hollow. Yeah. It's hollow underneath, so it moves because these just 200-pound men jumping up and down on these wooden planks.
I always thought it was like a trampoline.
Me too, bro.
Yeah.
Me too. Okay,
It's just wood.
I found out the hard way. I was like, when does this not hurt? And they were like, ha! It always hurts. Good luck. I was like, damn, for real? Like, it hurts every time? Bro, it hurts every time. Like, them clothesline, like you get a clothesline, it's coming and it's going to hurt.
Give
and
us
you gonna have to
a
take it.
story from like a match, like just the insider story, like
Oh, an insider story?
like something that's going on in the match that you had maybe that happened.
Okay. My favorite story is so I just seen her too. I went to there's a AEW wrestler named Abaddon, and I just went to her wedding in Vegas. It was awesome. But she's one of my I'm actually one of her OGs, right? She started wrestling with us. She got signed to AEW right away. Like she was maybe 6 months in when she got signed. But by the time she got signed, she was already doing matches. So I was in a match against her. Like it was like a mixed tag match. Like it was me and Simone versus Abaddon and somebody. I can't remember who her partner was. I think it was Austin Reddick. Anyway, in the match, we were nearing the end of the match, and she goes to give me a DDT, but she's like this big. Yeah, and I'm like, this is impossible.
How's this going to happen?
I was like, this ain't going to work. And so when she go for it, I just grab her and pick her up. Like, I'm sorry, honey. Like, this ain't going to work. You know, height and weight. This you ain't enough for you to slam me like that. And bro, this is exactly what happened. Insider knowledge, okay? And her boyfriend in the crowd at the time. And not to be mistaken for her new husband. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, I know the dude, right? And I know he's in the crowd. And Abaddon is a hottie, first of all. I'm going to point that out. Anyway, so I pick her up because I'm like, this ain't happening. Like, you ain't DDTing me. You're too small a person. Bro, when I say Austin, I don't know where he was at. I don't know where he was at in the ring. But he come running in. I never even saw him until it was too late. And he grabs her feet on the other end. So now her head is right here wrapped around, and her arms wrapped around my neck trying to DDT me, but I'm holding her up. And now he comes in and grabs her legs. And so to me, I just lose her. I'm like, I lost all of her weight. And I was like,
it's like this, basically.
yeah.
Like
So I had her like this, and all of a sudden, like, she's gone, but she's still holding on to me. And I was like, that's weird. And bro, he takes her and he spins her and he gives her the momentum to hit me with the DDT.
Oh, I get it.
Bro, I spiked the ground. Bam, I'm done. I'm done, right? I'm like, hey, I wouldn't care what the plan was. This match is over, right? And so, and I don't know why, but for the pin, instead of like a normal pin, bro, she like straddles me. She sits on top of me.
Oh, Lord.
And like she's holding me down. And I understood it. Like, cause if I wanted to kick out at that time, I could have kicked out.
Yeah.
But the way I ate that DDT, I knew it was over.
Yeah.
I knew the match was over. There was nothing left to do. Like, that was it. Like, we call that the go home. That was the go home. And she's pinning me, and she's a living dead girl. So she doesn't break character. She doesn't talk. She just spits out black stuff out of her mouth and makes all these faces, bro. And she paints her face with a spider web, and her hair is green or red or whatever, bro. She's super scary looking, right?
Zombie chick on top
Zombie,
of you.
yeah. Zombie chick's on top of me, right? And in my mind, I'm just thinking, like, I wonder what this camera shot looks like with her sitting on top of me. So I grab her leg and I go, stay here for a minute. I want your boyfriend to see. And she goes, you motherfucker.
Let me off.
Get off of me. But in character, she couldn't move. Yeah. She had to stay there and pin me. She had to hold me down for the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So, bro, during the 1, 2, 3, I'm on the bottom like, hey, I like this. This ain't bad at all. Can your boyfriend see what's happening right now? Show of hands. Who wants me to stay here? And yeah, bro, so we've been on the road together, bro. Like in wrestling, like you travel with other wrestlers. Like we, let's see, I did Salt Lake City for a year. I did Vegas for a year. I did Louisville, Kentucky for a year. Okay. And all road trips, except for Vegas. I fly to Vegas. But all these road trips and like just like camaraderie, hanging out with the boys and girls, you know, like we all in the car together. And, you know, we talk about our matches. We like talk about like, you know, talk about everything really, but like it's cool because like it's one of those kind of old school things that we were talking about in the beginning. Like, whereas like the youth of today don't understand that. They don't get to live that life. They don't know about road trips with your people. You know, like, they don't know about 8 hours in the car, do the show, go eat, back in the car, 8 hours back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't staying in Salt Lake. We ain't staying in Salt Lake City longer than the show. We in there for the show. Shotgun, right on back. Who's awake? Who's most awake? You driving, let's ride. Because we out of there, right? And all the relationships that you get when you're on the road with your people like that, man, like that stuff's just, it's nothing better. Nothing better than that. You can't replace that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I did that to her. And, you know, here we are like 4 years later. I'm legit at her wedding in Vegas. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, like.
Do you still know all the same people you started with? Or?
Yeah. I know everybody. Like, okay, so I am the pure independent, right? So, like, sometimes you get places and they're like, oh, man, like, if you work this show, you can't work that show. Like, really? It's like any business, bro. Like I found out that the ballerinas are like that, right? I just started my modeling career, and really? Modeling's like that, you know, like sir, you know, this designer don't like that designer, whatever, you know. So where I'm trying to be the bridge is like, look, I am cool with everybody because everybody's day one to me, right? Yeah. So like there isn't a place I can't go. Yeah. I can go everywhere. I can do anything. I can do any show I want to because everybody understands that, like, you don't get to tell the final boss what to do. Like, matter of fact, final boss going to do whatever he wants to do. Yeah. It'd be cool of you to be cool with it because you don't have a choice in the matter. Yeah. Like, and so, Like legit, I'm a champion in 2 promotions right now. But they work together as well. And like what I'm working on, I just want like a whole Colorado collab is what I want. Like I want to put all the best talent together and have everybody work together.
Have one belt.
Exactly. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna work. Like any show that I'm on, I'm elevating. I'm elevating to the top show. So I'll be at Rocky Mountain Pro beginning of the year. I'll be at Lucha Libre and Laughs at the beginning of the year. And then February 25th, ORW, defend the heavyweight championship. You know what I'm saying?
Where's that going to be at?
That's in Colorado Springs. And so that's the dope part about this. This is in Colorado Springs. It ain't got nothing to do with Denver.
Yeah.
So this is not, and this show's on a Sunday, and all of our shows up here are on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So like they coexist together just fine. Yeah. And like I said, if I have things my way, man, I want Denver on the map as like a wrestling hub. Like the shows out here are so good. Like that show you saw, that was One Revolution's first year of ever having a show.
It was very entertaining.
Right?
Yeah.
And the shows out here, man, Lucha Libre and Laughs and Rocky Mountain Pro, bro, them shows are crazy. Like the Oriental Theater, he had a year of sellouts. He only runs about 6 to 8 shows a year, but sold out every show this year. I was on like 3 of them, right? Fucking Rocky Mountain Pro, that's the place I got trained at. That's where my tag partner, Ativ, is at. And like that's where all the talent come from. Like Abaddon come from there. There's a guy named Otis in WWE right now. He got trained by there, and like it's just like as far as talent wise, it's definitely number 1, top tier. And like I said, I want to put it all together. I want Red Rocks. That's what I want. Okay, put me on record. Final Boss was Red Rocks. Wrestling show at Red Rocks, $25 a ticket. I drop the tickets to $20 if you guarantee me I get 10,000 or more people. Yeah. Cause like I just got big dreams. Yeah, you know, and like like I'm a dream chaser, man. Like that's my thing. And like I wanted to be a pro wrestler, so I'm a pro wrestler. I wanted to be a pro football player, so I was a pro football player. I wanted to be a fighter, so I learned how to fight. When I'm done wrestling, I'm really thinking about being a civil rights activist.
Oh, like, let's go.
I'm feeling it. You know, I'm feeling like that's what's after this, you know what I'm saying? Right. But in the meantime, I'm gonna knock this out the park. Like the whole time. Yeah.
You're doing good.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
So you going around, you go around wrestling, and what is your talking about you want to be a civil rights activist, and what are your interests in that? Like,
oh man, it's just like I always say, like the natural progression after you're done playing football, you become a professional wrestler, right? It's just natural, right? Like everybody, like a lot of people done it before me, right? You know, The Rock did it, Ernie Ladd did it, you know, Bobby Lashley did it. You know, I'm doing it, so on and so forth. There's other people out there right now. I just don't know if they play football or not. Anyway, after being a professional wrestler, you got to use that platform for something.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah. And
so that's like, in my mind, that was the first thing that popped in my head was, you know, I gotta advocate. I gotta advocate for the people. Like not just my people, but the people, like everybody. Like civil rights nowadays, it's not any one group. Like we are the minority, but like the minority is a factual term. It means it's more them than it is us.
Yeah, that's what that means.
Which means we are the minority. Not the majority. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so the minority needs a voice.
And we ain't all got to be the same color to be the minority.
No,
it's more of them.
No, bro, it don't matter. It's more them than it is of us.
I never thought about it.
Period, like that. Bro. It's the bottom line, bro. True. So it don't matter what your group. Don't matter what you group. If you're a minority, you in the minority, bro, you going to feel it because it's a numbers game. It's a simple numbers game. And I was telling my mom about this when we were driving to Nebraska just now. I said, Mama, you got to understand. I said, now, when we're in Denver, it's diverse, right? And then when we get to Omaha is pretty diverse, right? What's between Denver and Omaha, Nebraska?
Bunch of country or what?
Yeah. Lincoln, Nebraska, the capital of Nebraska, right? But it's a few of us sprinkled in Lincoln, right? And then between Lincoln and here,
ain't no brothers.
is rural. No, ain't no Mexicans, ain't no Indians, ain't no Polynesians, ain't no Asians, ain't no Brazilians. Okay, it's rural.
Yeah.
It's rural. Okay, and you know who live in the rural area?
I could dig
right?
it. I dig it.
And between here and there, all that land, all that population, until you get to a city, and even in the city, we the minority in the city.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if we the minority in the city, between here and there, what are we?
Well, I haven't. So I'm from
Single digits.
Single digits. I haven't. I'm from. I grew up in South Texas and Kentucky.
Okay.
And
you
so
understand exactly what I'm talking about.
Very southern,
Yeah.
And since I've been in Denver, I've been here for quite a while now.
Yeah.
But since I've been here, I've only had one incident of racism, but it didn't happen in Denver. It happened in Boulder.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I was sitting in my car.
The locals in Boulder are weird.
Yeah, I was sitting in my car. Somebody drove by on their bike and they said, "Something, get out of here, filthy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happened to me in Salt Lake a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, my last trip to Salt Lake went like that.
But growing up in Texas and being in Kentucky, I felt I've seen like I don't know if it's more racism is maybe because I'm not in the streets no more. I can't tell you. But
Yeah.
I know when I was a kid growing up, I would because I'm biracial, so I would feel it.
Both sides.
Oh,
Both sides. Yeah, you can't go nowhere.
I would get so. It was tough. It was tough.
You know, there's a joke about it. It's terrible, but it's like when you was growing up. See, they used to pick on you because you was a light skinned baby, right?
Yep.
Right. But see, I'm sorry for laughing. On the other side, they say, "You mean that dark skinned baby?"
Yeah. You're right.
Hey, we talking about the same kid, right? Depends on who's saying it.
Yeah, you're right.
Bro, it's real. It's real, man. No, because like my cousin, I have my German cousin, like he had it the worst because he grew up born and raised in Germany, right? And his mom, redhead white girl, right? Super fine Monica, right? And so this is what happened to Monica. Monica be out pushing them in the swing, right?
Yeah.
With the other kids. And the other parents walk up and they say, "Hey, where'd you get one of those? How'd you get that thing? Did you buy? Did you?
What's going on?
Where do I get one? Can I get one?
That ain't yours.
Well, it's not yours. Clearly, it's not yours. Like what? It's yours? What?
So my stepdad is white, and I grew up in the hood. So I'd be in the hood, and I would call him and ask him for rides.
Yeah.
So I'd be in there waiting for my ride. I'd be in the back of the house or something, and my friend would come in and be like, "Yo, police just came over here looking for you." I told him you wasn't here, though. I'd be like, what do you mean the police? I some white man. I said, "That's my stepdad. Call him back. I'm going to have to walk home."
Over here, bro. Oh, man, dog.
That happened to me so, I don't know how many times.
Because like you said, you like South Texas.
Yeah.
Like I remember I was in Corpus. They was like, "There's black people in Denver." I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "No, it's not." Right? They just didn't believe you, right? Because like when you're down there, you know what I'm saying? Like the I wouldn't even call it the segregation. It's just like the neighborhoods.
Yes.
Like the neighborhoods.
Separate.
Like yeah, he's right. You know where you at because you can look around and you can tell, right? And then when you switch to the other neighborhood, I remember Charleston was the worst. Charleston had it'd be the same house, but on this side of the street it was run down from a hurricane or something, and then on this side of the street they had remodeled it and it was beautiful. And like from that side on it was downtown, it was gorgeous, and from this side on it was hood.
You know what that sounds like? 5 points.
Bro, did you know about 5 Points, man?
Man, I know all about this.
You remember about the Rhino?
Yep.
Bro, let me tell you something, okay? Like, so I used to work this bar called Cold Crush, right? Got shot at a couple times working down there. But I remember I didn't understand how they had gentrified 5 Points.
Yeah.
So I'm down there one night, and like, these dudes this is the Crips. They are the Crips that run this club, okay, period. And then, well, I don't know how it happened, but somehow management just flipped, and now the Bloods are running the club. Whatever. Anyway, I digress. I'm down there one day early, and I see this white girl in a sports bra jogging with her little dog, and I was like,
5 Points.
I was like, little girl, this is 5 Points. Don't do that here. And my buddy called me. He's like, "Hey man, come to my lawyer's house." His lawyer had this $1 million townhome right on like 27th and Larimer.
Yeah.
Bruh, it's dope.
Yeah.
And I said, "Bro, man," I told the white dude and the lawyer cat, this Indian dude, and I said, "Hey man, y'all don't be walking around this neighborhood at night, okay? Like, this 5 Points, bro." And they were like, "What's 5 Points? This is the Rhino." And I was like, "What? Say it again." They're like, "This is a Rhino." And I was like, "What the fuck is the Rhino?" I was like, "Because the Rhino is the Rhino is the warehouse district."
They got the Rhino district.
Yeah, but it used to, like, behind Denver Coliseum with all those warehouses.
Okay, yeah.
That's the Rhino. That's where the name came from, and they just spread it. They just spread it out and was like, "Man, we could just buy this up because look how close it is to downtown. They gonna love this, bro." Man, I wish I'd have been in real estate back then, boy.
But you could be in 5 Points, like you said, on the street where that lawyer lives, and you could turn and hit the next street.
Oh, bro, you go across Downing, it's a wrap. Yeah. It's a wrap, bro. You go right across Downing,
bro.
It's
so mixed up. Like, it'd be one street really rich, next street super crackhead, one street really rich. Like, they didn't gentrify all of it. They just did.
Nah. They just said we need Larimer to Market. You know what I'm saying? Like, Larimer to Blake. That's what we need. This right here, and then over there, we just buy plots as we can get them, and just let the locals be. Like, damn.
So you mentioned you had a couple matches coming up.
Oh yeah, so I got let me see, what is it? I got January 2nd, Rocky Mountain Pro, defending tag team championships. Yeah, so me and my tag partner Atiba, we are what is known as Chopper City, worldwide. Okay, chop the world, right? And bro, I'm telling you right now, like, I don't even wrestle no more. I just chop people. That's it. I'll chop you in the face. I'll chop you in the chest. I'll foot chop it. I've said foot chop before. I've done that. Okay. Ever seen Best of the Best? You know about the ridge hand?
Yeah.
That's a chop.
That's a chop.
That's a chop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got chops for days. Throat chop. Anyway, so January 2nd, Rocky Mountain Pro. Me and T-Ba gonna be out there chopping somebody. I don't know who, but they gonna get chopped. Then January 12th at the Oriental Theater, Lucha Libre and Laughs, it's going to be Chopper City versus HGH, and that's Lipto and Filter. This is like a dream match.
Oh.
Okay, like, this is a match that Colorado Wrestling has wanted but never got, and now young Nick Gossard has booked it. And so it's on like Donkey Kong. We gonna murder them boys. I ain't gonna lie to you, okay? And like I said, Lipto, he one of my day ones too. So is Filter. But hey, man, me and Teve the champs for a reason. Yeah. And we chop the world, baby. Chop the world, right? And then move all the way to February 25th. One Revolution Heavyweight Championship. I don't know which one of these smelly breath suckers wants to try to champ, but just know that I will chop you. I will chop you just like I'll chop anybody else. Okay? And there's nothing you could do about it. There's nothing you could do about these chops. These chops is coming in hot. Okay? That old guy you saw, that's Savio Vega. He's WWF like legend, like old school cat, right?
He got that leg up there and everything.
Bro, here's the thing. I film study, right? I do this, right? So I know my wrestling. And Savio is somebody like where after I met him, I went down a rabbit hole, right? I was watching all the Savio matches. Bro, I couldn't believe what I saw. I have accidentally stolen all of Savio's offense.
Yeah, y'all had the same kick. Yeah.
Bro, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that. And then, not only do we have the same kick, Savio, I don't know how old he is, bro, his kick looked better than mine.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said, wow, that old man.
Bro, his kick looked better than mine, bro. Like, I slipped on mine. he ain't slipped. He got more experience than me, bro. But Savio is the real deal, bro. And there's another cat, old school cat named D'Lo Brown. D'Lo Brown comes out to Rocky Mountain Pro. So like he lives out in Vegas. I talk to him all the time, bro. But like these old school wrestlers, bro, like they're like over 25, 35 years in the game. Like they'll tell you to your face. The one dude told me, Derek Stone told me, and I quote, I've spent more time in the Madison Square Garden bathroom than some of you rookies have been wrestling. I was like, God damn, Derek Stone. I said, and he's right. He's right. Like, I don't feel bad about what he said because, man, he was serious about it. He was talking to the young boys. They like a year in, like, bro, that man has really spent more time in Madison Square Garden than you've been wrestling. Yeah. You should listen to him. Yeah. And like all them cats understand, no matter who they are, if they were in WWF, they was this close to Vince McMahon, billionaire Vince McMahon. Yeah. They couldn't have learned nothing, you know? Bro, them guys got the game, all of them. Because you spend that much time hanging out with the 1%, you the 1%. You're going to
figure something out.
That's right. And so like us wrestlers, we know that we represent like legit like 0 point something percent of the world that like I'm doing my dream. I'm doing what I want, always dreamt of doing, and it's just not possible for everybody. It's not something that everybody can do. It's not something that everybody can endure and understand how to do it correctly and safely. And for the people that actually make it, bro, getting a contract as a professional wrestler is legit harder than getting into the NFL.
Oh, wow.
Because Al Snow did the numbers for us. He said, do you know how many independent professional wrestlers there are? We was all throwing out numbers, and he said something crazy like 500,000.
Oh.
Right? Out of millions, So, I mean, it's not that big a number. But he goes, there are 30,000 contracted jobs.
For 500,000.
For 500,000 people to compete for. I said, damn, that is worse than the NFL.
Well, I don't care. I think you deserve one of them.
Oh, I'm getting one.
Yeah.
I'm getting me one. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But more importantly, I'm using wrestling to I want to see now I got to see the country playing football. Yeah. I want to see the world wrestling. You will. Bro, look, it Puerto Rico right there.
Yeah, right there.
In Mexico right here.
Yeah.
In the United States, Colorado.
Native.
Okay. Trying to go up to Canada. You know what I'm talking about? I got a girl in Australia. Shout out to Simone Lockhart. I'm coming to see you, babe. So I got to go to Australia. Got to go up to Canada. My boy lives in Qatar. I got a homie in Qatar. He's the
wrestling over there?
Yeah, bro. He's the heavyweight champion in Qatar, Classy Ali.
Oh shit.
And bro, he's my boy. And so I'm going out there. I gotta beat him. He gotta get chopped up too. Everybody get these chops, bro. Chopper City Worldwide is a real thing. Yeah, bro. Like it means chop the world, bro. We're gonna go all over the whole world, chop everybody. That's the plan.
All right. So went through high school, double life. Causing terror on the streets.
Terror on the streets.
Join the hallways.
Yes.
And then you go to college. Over 7 years. You've had a pretty good life, man. I mean,
I've been busy.
Think about it. You ran the streets. You did good in school, so you had both of those.
Both of those.
You went to college, played college sports football. Not a lot of people get to do that.
Yep.
Very little people get to do that.
Yes, sir.
7 years arena football, traveling the world.
Yep.
That's pretty dope. Now you're a heavyweight champion wrestler.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
right?
5 years of wrestling. Yes, sir. Yeah,
it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, when you time it out like that, I like the sound of it.
It's awesome.
That's
It's
good
awesome.
stuff. Yeah,
this is what I do. I listen to stories, brother. It's
I like
awesome.
it. I like it.
So, what is your message through all of that? Look right there. Tell us what's the message you have for the world.
All right. First of all, recording live. Final boss Bruce Wayans. My message to the world. Let me tell y'all, when you're done playing high school football, they tell you, hey, most of y'all, this is your last game. When you're done playing college football, they say, hey, almost all of y'all, this is your last game. And, you got to understand that no matter what you're doing, like you got a shelf life, you got a window that you're working in, and your discipline is going to tell you how great you are at whatever it is you're doing. So don't worry about the window that you're in. Worry about your discipline, because those years are going to go by. They're going to go by quick. And next thing you don't know, you're going to be sitting on a podcast in a dope basement cutting promos, and they're gonna run down the timeline of everything you've did, and you're gonna look back on it and you're gonna be like, man, I've been grinding for some years.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And the lesson is simple. Ain't no days off. Ain't no days off if you want to be great. There's 10 more years ahead, 20 more years after that. And you got to be disciplined the whole time if you want to be successful in whatever it is that you're doing. So, like, don't worry about this. I got this. Okay, I'm champ. I'll take care of this. Okay, don't tell your people, hey, I saw Bruce Wayans on a podcast. You should try the champ. Don't try the champ. I'll chop your people in the face. But be disciplined. Please work hard. I'm working hard. C-Rod working harder, because y'all ain't seen his setup in here, but he's killing it. Yeah, he's self-taught, self-made, and you know, if you're willing to put that work in, do whatever you like. I'll support you. You're gonna kill it, because while you're doing that, I'm gonna be putting that work in, because I'm here to kill it. Period. Let me put my hat back on. I forgot my catchphrase. Let me tell y'all something, okay? It might look like I got on Batman stuff. It's true. I wear black and yellow. That's also true. It might sound like my name is Bruce Wayans, and that sounds very similar to Batman. But see, Bruce Wayans means I'm black, and it has nothing to do with Batman. I carry a bat, man.
Literally.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think that was a perfect segue for my outro.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Yeah, I got you.
That was great. Yeah. But if you heard what he said, it made a lot of point. So when you're out there, everybody, and you're sitting and you're only allowed so much time in life. You're only allowed, everybody has so much, well, me and my wife call it a wake clock. You're only going to be awake so long. What are you going to do with it? If you're going to waste it playing PlayStation in a basement, or are you going to waste it on TikTok scrolling through videos? Are you going to waste it sitting at home thinking about the past and things that you could have did? Or are you going to go out there and get it? Because regardless, whether you're sitting and wasting it or you're out there getting it, the time's still flowing. And it's going to flow whether you decide to be a something or to do nothing. The time is still going to flow. And you're only going to be awake for so long until one day you go to sleep. So don't waste that time while you're out there. Get up, grind, get out the house, make something happen, you know? Don't just sit and think, no one's telling me how, I don't know how, no one's giving me, no one gives you nothing in this world. It's up to you to take it. You take it. Don't wait. You take it. This is C-Rod with Bruce Wayans,
Hey.
and we out.